Baby, hey, so I forgot to give you guys an update. You know, I went to visit Kirby's stage, baby.
Like, we're going to be going to YouTube and doing a stream in a second. So, like, a bunch of those people are probably in the chat right now. Goose gang in the house.
That's right.
In the house. In the house.
Oh.
In the house. In the house. In the house.
Baby.
In the house. In the house.
Kirby's stage, baby. Yes.
In the house.
Kirby's stage, baby. Yes.
In the house.
Right here. You guys are in the house now. Baby. 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 Yeah. I didn't know they were here, bro. Nice.
In the house.
Baby. Yeah. Big brains, the IQ, probably the average IQ of the DeFi Kingdom scene. Here's what I had to say to them about it. Baby, visit Kirby's stage. Yeah.
Kirby's stage, baby. Yes. Kirby's stage, baby. Yes.
In the house. In the house. In the house. In the house. In the house.
No longer muted. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all having great to be with you today. Kong, Grady's out today. He had to go have some fun with the kiddos. I'm guessing probably like back to school night or something like that. It's that time of year. And family first, y'all. So Kong, the amazing man behind the scenes who makes all this shit happen, stepped up.
Hey, man, you know, it's what you got to do sometimes, so no problem at all. We had to make it happen. You know, Grady tagged me in, so, you know, we got to keep the show going, baby.
Yes, sir. Always.
So did you get a chance to check out the AMA today, my man?
I did. It was
Wow.
some good stuff in there. What'd you think? What was your favorite part of it?
Dude, I mean, you know, any other day, the news regarding being able to play the game without having a wallet would probably trump anything else, man. But the news that followed shortly after that about duels, holy cow, man. That's That's the
Right?
competition really starting to kick off like we've been hoping. So
Heck yeah, season 5 is gonna be epic, y'all. King of the Hill in the house. Loving it.
yeah,
But yeah,
that's so cool.
so three main topics, right? The wallet and the in-game access, so that you don't need to have a wallet anymore. Super seamless, so no coiners. You can walk up and be like, "Yo, you should play this game." All you got to do is get on your browser, go to the game, and log in with your Google or Facebook or whatever else, like you do with all the other websites. That freaking simple. Well,
Yeah,
that's actually Halliday, right? The walletless in-game access as well with. Oh, good God, I'm brain farting. Hold on, look at my notes.
but
Where is it?
just to be able to show that from promotional standpoint and marketing, man, and let people jump in and try stuff out, that's going to be a game changer, man.
It really is. And then you add swipe lux onto that to where people can like legit take a piece of plastic and buy the currency in game. I mean, I know swipe lux doesn't really serve US right now, so that's kind of a bummer for us. I know a lot of us were all hyped up about it, be like, yeah, but you know what? It's not going to be that much longer before it's here too. Might not be swipe lux, might be someone else. But there's other projects. Like you can buy Ethereum with your credit card right now, or Avalanche with your credit card right now, or a debit card, and it goes straight to the blockchain to your wallet. So if you can buy those, well, it's only a matter of time before you can buy Jewel, Jade, and all the other fun stuff.
Yeah, I know they got something in the hopper for us here in the U.S. I'm sure they're just trying to take their time with that, but it's great for the ecosystem regardless with Swipe Lux because like I know I saw a guy from Germany who does like shorts for DFK, and he put a tweet out yesterday where he made his first purchase, through Swipe Lux. So anything like that, man, is so cool for the community and him sharing that so everybody else can see it. I mean, that's so bullish.
Yeah, it is huge. And I mean, we do have a secondary chain, and it's Clayton, which is based not in the US. Once we get this season 5 started and we really get the PvP and PvE going, all of a sudden we might have people from other countries that can use that. They've got an easy route in. So that's huge. What up, everybody out there? Hope you're having a good one. I see Mookie and Wowie just jumped in, brovia. Viddy.
Appreciate
Dynamo
you.
Nani.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, luckily I just got the kids started school yesterday down here in Florida. I'm actually today. And so we got all that stuff done. I know Grady up in where he lives, they're like a week behind. So I'm sure he's trying to get all them in, ready and all the school supplies and backpacks and all the fun stuff that I just finished doing. So yeah, that's he's getting a lot of really good balance. That's what I was going to tell you. Ogre is, I think he's kind of turned the corner with his physical health to a certain degree. I think he's finally got some decent food in the house, and he's started CrossFit again a couple days a week here.
Nice.
In the interim, because I think he was one of those hardcore CrossFitters, man, who like would run forever and like work out for 2 hours a day. So he says he's wiping him out pretty good, but I'm just so glad to hear he's getting mentally fit again.
Yes, that's huge. And I could totally see that. Grady, like when he puts his mind and his focus on something, I could just see him like a dog on a bone just killing it. So yeah, I could see him crushing some CrossFit.
Yeah, it's
we missed you, Grady.
Sentiment's turning, and he's turning. It's funny, kind of the parallels how that works. And I'm sure a lot of people like that in the community. And I saw I was on a thread or something on Discord earlier. I just wanted to mention, a lot of people don't say anything when they're going through hard times or they're down bad and they're in a bad spot mentally. And you always try to reach out to your friends, in that regard. Whenever something you haven't heard from them in a while, sometimes they don't want to say anything. So, if you guys haven't heard from somebody in a while, it's good to reach out. So I just wanted to say that.
Definitely, you got to look out for your friends. Too many people just, and we're coming up on the holiday season too, which is the primary time with everything going on financially in the world today. It's going to be a rough holiday season potentially. I hope it won't be. I hope we're going to see everything move up. But even if us in this scene are good because crypto is going up, countering everything else going down, there's going to be a lot of real world people that are struggling and they're going to need our love and support. So
that's right.
Good,
that's right.
Good shout out.
Perspective for sure. So, but anyways, getting back to it. So, what did you think about the being able to not have to have a wallet, and what the possible use cases could that to be to try to onboard some new users.
Are you kidding? Like, that's epic. I don't have to. All right, so if I'm sitting in a gas station and just as I do randomly BSing with the clerk, be like, "Oh, you into crypto? No? Oh, well, this is a dope game." I don't have to talk to him about DEXs anymore. I don't have to talk to him about exchanges. I don't have to talk about connecting the bank to the exchange. I don't have to talk to him about getting their stuff off of the exchange and then worrying about bridging and all that stuff.
Right.
It all goes away. It's gone. It's super simple. You go to this website and log in with your Gmail. Done. You have an account. It's that effing simple. And once we get Swipe Lux capable in the US, that's the only other hurdle, right? Is getting that in there.
And it really feels like things are happening, coordinated, very strategically in regards to timing. All this stuff seems to be rolling out in a coordinated effort, like something big is on the horizon. So it's super cool. And like you just said, man, I was just I bought like $40 in Jewel this morning just to buy some crystals and stuff. And I had to, I bought it on MetaMask just because it was easy. So I, get it on MetaMask, move it to Bitmart, trade the Ethereum into USDC, then buy some Clayton with it, then move it over to the Clayton chain. All that, like you said, I was just thinking about it as I was doing it, and it's like, man, this pain point is going to be gone so soon. And it's going to be awesome.
So an easier route for you: buy Avalanche through MetaMask on the C chain, then just bridge it straight in.
Yeah,
little shortcut, save you a few steps.
I'll do that as well sometimes too.
Yup.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
So we got Wallace. The Power Up hero management. There were some oddities, some quirks. This was the second big thing. Second big thing of the AMA today. They had a whole bunch of just updates they made to the hero management to make it a little bit smoother, make it a little bit easier, make it so that like I can't accidentally transfer my hero with bonuses still attached or power up still attached and whatnot, and helping to smooth all that out. So they are, and add and remove all button. So you can cancel everything if you want, which is nice.
That is nice.
And then the other big one's the duels. Duels season 5, baby. Fox said today he anticipates that it will be prepped and ready for release next week. Hell yeah, game on. And the other big thing, like we mentioned earlier, is there's going to be a slight change. If y'all been paying attention to the AMAs, Fox dropped a couple hints over the past few weeks saying this season was going to be a little different. They added some stuff to it, which is why it was taking a little bit extra long. That, and of course, they were working on the Bazaar, which I know people have been a little underwhelmed with, but that's okay, because you know what? That's the foundational infrastructure piece that they need to do something else, right? I think what you'll probably end up seeing is like that is connected potentially to the other chains. That was my understanding of what the Bazaar was going to be in the first place. Kind of like not replace Synapse, but integrate it more seamlessly into the game type thing. And I could be wrong there. I've definitely read between a few lines to get that assumption, but that is my assumption, is where that's going. So yeah, that's super huge. Plus the King of the Hill thing. They're trying to make it a little bit more interesting. So it's not just people sitting there if their bots running and getting raffle tickets and then just randomly winning and stuff. With the King of the Hill thing, what it is you have to rank up through play to a certain level. Once you get to that level, if nobody is currently the King of the Hill, or I believe it, what they call it, a champion of something. Let's see where it is here. Champion of Duels was a tentative term they threw out. I don't know if that'll stick, but it's basically King of the Hill, right? Once you hit that certain level of ranking within the duel season, if nobody else is the champion, you can claim it, right? Once you become the champion, you are King of the Hill, all right? While you are King of the Hill, you are passively earning against everybody else who's playing in that duel season, well, or at least that section of it, right? Like if you claimed the King of the Hill with 9 heroes on war, then you'll get a piece of everybody who's running wars. Like you won't touch the profits from the solo. That's going to be the solo King of the Hill or Champion of Duels.
Yeah, they'll each have their own bucket.
Yep. And it'll kind of be like the passive jewel earning everywhere else. If you were like in the LPs or in the jeweler, as you win, it just kind of goes into this little deposit fund that you control, right? Which is nice because that way you're not getting all of these freaking microtransactions that you got to worry about for taxes and all that. You can wait, let it stack up, and then when it hits your threshold or whatever, boop, remove all, and it's one big transaction.
That's
So
sweet.
that
It kind of banks it for you.
is her. Something else, which is interesting. Once you are king of the hill, you can be challenged, of course, and somebody can take you off of king of the hill. Assuming they beat you, then of course they start getting the passive rewards, and you no longer get them. But something kind of cool about that, in my opinion, is that it allows people to go, right. I mean, more than just one person. People could battle back and forth. It adds a whole new dynamic to it. Some people did mention that it kind of meh. There's like a very small handful that are going to be getting those top 3 spots or top 5 spots every time because they've been beasting out on those Dread Knights, and
Sure.
they've got 3 level 20 Dread Knights, and they can just crush anybody else aside from that little group. And I threw something out there just as a balancing idea to make it to where, like, after, like, let's say I'm king of the hill and I get attacked and I win, I have like a cooldown period where if I get attacked again, I have a debuff. So now it adds a little more tactics and strategy, right? Because you could get 3 or 4 people and team up and be like, all right, we're taking this dude down. You are hopefully going to be one of the last 2, and then we're going to throw a couple teams at him, knock him down to where he gets down to like 10% debuff and then 15 or 20% debuff. And then that 3rd and 4th team come in and bam, bam, now you're king of the hill, right? So it adds a little bit more tactic to it. And Fox responded, I think it was Fox, somebody responded that they had kind of talked about something like that. It's not going to happen this season, but they very well might do something like that in the future, which is great because that just paves the way right into guild communities and working together as guilds, right, to take down that champion if it is one of those 3 beasts that you can't touch. So you're still on mute, bro.
Yeah, it's so big brained, man. It's that's so cool, and I love the idea of, there's a threshold. I think they said as well, like what, 500 XP to be eligible to weed out some of the people who are just coming in real quickly.
Right.
So that was cool, and that whenever the person gets knocked off the hill, right, they can't go back immediately. They have to wait, wasn't it? Like 3 days or something.
I don't think I caught the exact cooldown. Let's see.
I think it was 3 days is what
sounds about right.
Beetle said.
I just can't 100% confirm it, but I believe that's correct.
So yeah, that was cool because it keeps it, it keeps a fresh face up there at the top, and keeps people engaged. And like you said, it's not the same people all the time.
Yes, and that's important, right? Because then people very quickly get pissed off when the whales win, right? You buy your spot, you have the money to throw at it, and you can get better heroes than somebody else. People get discouraged pretty quickly, pretty easily. So
thank you, Worm. Worm said 72 hours.
Yeah, 3 days. Thanks for the confirmation, Worm. Appreciate it.
And they said maybe next week on that, right? I think Fox said pretty sure next week.
Oh yeah, he said that he felt pretty solid saying that it will launch next week. They're already pretty much done with it and in final testing phase.
That's awesome, man.
We can see that soon.
Yeah, that's so awesome, man. It's like Grady said, the barrage. There's a barrage of things about to come out, guys, and
it's almost like they planned it this way, right? At the beginning of the bull market, all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. Everybody pay attention to DFK as crypto's going up.
I heard somebody say that when Dreamer was out there at Vegas at George's party, they said he had a backpack on with like a LCD video screen on it, and he was like showing like pets and stuff, dude. How cool is that, man?
Yeah, that is amazing. Have you heard of Taco?
Yeah, I know Taco. I don't know him, but I know of him.
Yeah, I saw him at ETH Denver. I guess it was this year, actually, I think, and he was running around with one of those too. Those things are freaking amazing.
Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, speaking of, are you going to Denver? I think you are, right?
Hells yes. If anybody's out there, are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. We will be chilling, most definitely. I'll have my truck out there, so I'll have the bus.
Nice.
We can pack 7 people with seatbelts. We've had more than that in there. I don't know if you remember that video that Grady made for me.
Oh, yeah.
We had people sitting on the floor and stuff.
That's going to be so fun, man.
Yes.
We got Eric David Tippett. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Said, isn't logging in with Google unsafe? They can just find your Google password and take all the stuff, can't they? Google, Ogre, that's your category, man. I don't know.
Yes, they sure could. I mean, Google authentication is not as secure as what we have currently with the wallets we're using, but it's far less cumbersome, right? It's an easier hurdle for people to get over. But yeah, it is definitely sacrificing some security for ease of use. So it'll be interesting to see. Are people going to get their Gmail and Facebook and Apple, whatever accounts they use to log in with, hacked and lose some stuff? I'm sure some people will. Yeah. People get their emails hacked all the time. So I'm sure that, I shouldn't say I'm sure, I would imagine they're going to have secondary, if not tertiary, means of authentication, right? Like, so it's not just sign in with your Google, it's sign in with your Google and use Google Authenticator or something like that. Something that people are familiar with, though, that's the key, right? So that they don't have to try and figure out, wait, this giant long number starting with a 0, that's my address? What's an address? Okay, so what do I do? Why can't I see my tokens? There's so many pain points when you're trying to teach somebody who's not technical, not big on the current tech, about MetaMask even, right? And well, here's how you add in a new token into your wallet. Yeah, it's in there. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean you don't have it. You just got to add it.
Right.
Or well, how do you do that? Oh, you get the contract address. What's a contract address? You know what I mean? It's like so many rabbit holes. But yeah, you're 100% right. It is far less secure, Eric.
It'll be nice when, you can just seamlessly, people, play the game with their Google, whatever, and get enough assets to where they care enough to actually make a real wallet. And then hopefully that transfer is seamless as signing up. And I think that'll be the key, man. And then when they can extract that value, boom, game on.
Heck yeah. And then I do actually have one more announcement.
Okay.
Does anybody out there remember the Harmony Hub app that I had made for my validator and for Harmony back in the day?
I think Grady was talking about that.
It may or may not be coming back to life.
Oh.
And DFK may or may not be the test case. And by May, I mean the dev's working on it, y'all. I'm hoping it'll be ready in time for the conference, but he's been out of country for like the past couple months. He was gone for basically all summer and just got back. So I just got to talk to him this week. What up? And so he just recently got started. So 2 weeks is going to be a little tough, but we'll see. He's got skills. I've got confidence in him.
That's so cool, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, a lot of exciting things happening. Seeing a lot of new faces, on X, I should call it. And, it seems to be more and more people kind of trickling in now versus, 6 months ago, people were trickling out. So that's a really good sign, man. I think everybody just hold on. It's so close to so many exciting things. And it's already, I think we're going to look back in hindsight, Ogre, and be like, man, it was so clear. We were just in the trenches. It's hard to tell things sometimes.
It is, man. You got to come out and step away from it sometimes and come back with fresh eyes. It's just like any problem you run into or anything you're doing for too long, you get that tunnel vision and you just start missing everything else. I mean, heck, I've been in, for those of you that don't know, I've been in since 2017. And there's new stuff that people are using that, like, I didn't even know about. There's tools out there, and I'm not even just talking about for DFK, just like for crypto, that have come out in the past couple years, and just I've been focused on other things and completely missed them. It's easy to do in this space because there's so many different networks, so many different communities, and so many different developers making awesomeness all the time.
That's right. Okay. Hey, I love it, man. You got anything else? I think that's a good place.
Yeah, no, I think that's a wrap. Those are the three biggies from the AMA, and then the announcement of the announcement for the app that hopefully will be dropping soon and help everybody stay up to date easily. And it'll induce that adoption more, right? Because it doesn't matter if you don't like Discord or you don't like Telegram or whatever. You open up an app and you've got a tab with a calendar saying when all the dates are, and you've got all the tweets and the Medium articles and all of the YouTubes all in a single app on your phone for the entire project. So, yeah, I think it'll do great things for us. I'm hoping so.
So awesome. So exciting. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for showing up, and appreciate it. Like the video, share the video if you can on the way out, man. It helps the algo immensely. And then the Wild Band will be back next week in this spot right here with that man over there. And thanks again, guys. Love you guys. Crypto Kong and Ogre out of here. Peace.